since Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is coming out tomorrow, I'm going to be showing you how to make a dancing baby Groot from the original Guardians of the Galaxy movie. For the easy way, you will need a pot, a piece of Groot, which I got off Xandar, some dirt, some water, and some sunlight. I put the piece of Groot in the bottom of the pot, and then covered it with dirt. I added some water, put him in the sun, and waited a few days, and, well, pow! I got a Groot. For the hard way, I'm going to be using paper towels, paint, clear gloss, an X-acto knife, scissors, paintbrushes, a pencil, cardboard, baked clay, and air dry clay, a pot, a paper clip, tin foil, spray paint, primer, and glue. I start by tracing the top of the pot onto some cardboard. I cut it out and then trace a smaller circle on the inside. Cut that out also. This way, the cardboard circle will fit inside the rim of the pot and not the top. I made 2 of them and I'm now gluing them together using tacky glue. I spread it out with my finger and stick them together and place them between some encyclopedias to dry. I also sat on the encyclopedias to squish them more. Now I'm using a skewer to puncture a hole in the cardboard circle we made so that I can glue it to Groot so he will be steady when he's sitting in the pot and that he won't wobble around. I'm now spray painting the pot to prime it for the white I'm going to be using later. I'm not showing you using the white because you don't really need to see it if you're just seeing me spray painting this now. Off camera, I sculpted Groot's body, but in a second I will show you how I did it. I made a big log out of tinfoil that is going to be the center of Groot, and I'm now rolling up thin pieces of clay and wrapping it around to be vines. I made many layers and this took me a very, very long time. I just unbent a paper clip and covered it in clay to be his arms, but you could probably use wire. Then I painted the circle we made earlier black. Moving on to painting. I watered down some brown acrylic paint, and now I'm painting Groot. You don't have to water it down, I just did it so the paint job would be smoother. This took me about 2 hours to get a solid color. As you can see here, I have glued his head on just using regular super glue. I did use a lot so it would be stable. Now I'm going to make the dirt he's sitting in. You could probably use just real dirt, but I didn't want to do that. I'm taking some air dry clay and using my fingernail to just break it into small pieces. This is already dried out, so you might want to let it dry out before you do it. Here is Groot after I finished doing all the brown on the bottom. I'm now going to be doing some detailing, and I'm going to dry brush his hair with light brown paint. In a second I will explain dry brushing. Using the same technique, I am painting a little bit of green on his fingers and the very tip of his hair. Dry brushing is just dipping your paintbrush in the paint and then rubbing off most of it on a paper towel or a piece of paper so there's only a little bit left, and then brushing it on. This took me many layers of dry brushing to get the desired effect. I also have painted in the green on his green vines. Using some more watered down acrylic paint, I'm just painting it on the vines so they won't be as vibrant and more hidden looking, because otherwise they just kind of stick out and it looks really weird. Here he is after most, or I can't remember if it is all, of the detailing. Now I'm going to be moving on to his eyes. Using some black acrylic paint, I'm just filling in his eyes. I stopped painting on camera because it's very hard to paint with the camera at my elbow. I'm painting on some clear gloss to make his eyes shiny, because otherwise he looks kind of dead and unrealistic. I drilled a little hole in the bottom of Groot, and am now filling it with glue and sticking a skewer in it, like I mentioned earlier, so he will be more stable. Now using some hot glue, I'm gluing him to his base. I tried super glue, but it just wasn't working. You can't see here, but the inside rim is full of hot glue, and I'm going to be gluing Groot to it. I couldn't show you putting the glue there on camera because, like I said before, I'm not very good at filming. Now I'm just pouring some more tacky glue on the base and spreading it around with my finger again, and then putting some of the crushed up dirt clay stuff that I made earlier onto it. It's very messy. After it was all covered, I shook off the excess. Now I'm using some spray paint primer to cover the plastic pot I am using. I'm only showing you paint that